We are live. Cool. Hey guys, it's good to be with you guys tonight. We have had one problem after another with internet and Zoom and just, at work, I told my boss, I said, I thought today was Wednesday, not a Monday. And she's like, right. Because we've all been like having like connection issues and just like, but anyways. I thought we fixed the glitch issue, but I just saw it go right now. And I'm like, oh, see, it's doing it again. No, don't make me have a weird face. Like it froze with like a weird, like, Anyway, don't make a weird face. Otherwise, I might get stuck that way. So anyways, yeah. So super excited to talk with you guys tonight, to be with you guys tonight. Oh my God, the glitching thing. It's going to drive me crazy. Oh, well, whatever. So hold on, my notes are way over here. Oh, there. Okay. So we're going to have the giveaway tonight. So what we're going to do is we're going to, I know we've been doing color. No. We've been doing animals and finger spelling and things like that. Well, and numbers. We did numbers too. Well, tonight we're going to do colors. So for the giveaway, we're going to be doing colors and everything. So super excited about that. Oh my gosh, something just spoke. Oh, I know, right? She's like, you got your shirt? I did, finally. I finally got my shirt. My Learn Everyday shirt. I love this shirt. This was like my most favorite design that he did. And I was like, oh, I mean, it's one of my favorites. The one that is my new favorite is the one that I'm still waiting to get, which looks just like this, the Progress Over Perfection. But there's an R that's orange and it's hanging off. So it's like, I'm super excited to get that one. I'm like, yay, but yeah, anyways, I know, super happy. I finally got my shirt. I'm like, yes. So anyways, so the workshop, so the giveaway, back to my giveaway. So the giveaway will be giving away the 5,
free access to the workshop.
Thank you. Spaces. And we're going to be doing colors. So every 10 minutes, we're going to be signing a color and the first one to get it wins. Now, just as like a, FYI, the way it looks on your end and the way it looks on our end might be a little different. So whoever gets it first on our end is who wins, because that's just the order that it comes in on our side.
Oh man, it's so bad tonight.
I don't understand why. Look, what is that little thing? Connection is unstable. It shouldn't be
It's
unstable.
funny because it's plugged in directly through Ethernet. Anyway, so let's just go ahead and power through it. Okay. Thank you for your patience ahead of time.
See, I'm telling you, all day today in our area, internet's been like, yeah. So, anyways.
So the theme tonight is actually 5 mistakes to avoid when you're starting to learn ASL. And so there's a lot of common pitfalls that we can kind of fall into unwittingly or unintentionally that can really hinder our progress. Or it might even get to the point where we feel so discouraged that we just want to quit altogether. So we're going to be trying to cover those 5 mistakes throughout this live stream, and we're going to be doing the 5 colors, and we'll be incorporating some giveaways throughout the entire thing. As much as we have time for, we're going to try to get to all of your questions and all of your comments today as well. Clara Holt, I'm a new fan of your channel. Thanks for joining us tonight. And thanks for sharing your favorite color. Felicia Woods, your favorite color used to be pink, and then it changed to yellow. I'm curious why. Jerry, good evening, everyone. I need to win tonight, so don't get in my way. Oh, wow.
Jerry.
Wow.
I know it was pausing last week.
Taylor was saying, I thought you were a VIP already. So if you are VIP, you already have access to that workshop. So this is something that we do just as an appreciation for everybody that has been able to support us over the about a year or so to make all of this stuff possible. So we will meet together on Zoom once a month, and we'll cover a topic that can really kind of be beneficial for those that are learning at any stage. And so this month, the theme is going to be how to improve your receptive skills in ASL. So everybody that is a member already has access to that. But if you don't, That's what these giveaways are for. So we're going to be giving away 5 free spots to that workshop this Friday. So classifiers is something that we've covered in community courses that we've done last summer. We did 3 of them, but I have yet to do a video on YouTube about classifiers. If you would like, there's a really great article that Bill Vickers put out on his website, lifeprint.com. If you just type in ASL classifiers in Google, I think it's the first one that pops up. It's really extensive. Don't get too overwhelmed. Usually, I try to apply the Pareto principle where it's 80-20. Focus on the 80% that's going to be used most often. And so those are going to be classifier hand shapes like the 1 hand shape or the 3 hand shape or sometimes the 4 hand shape. And so most of the time, there's really only about 4 or 5 classifiers that you'll see used all the time. But there is like a very long list of like 17 or 18 classifier hand shapes. You see something?
Oh, Jerry, he says, I am a VIP and I will give it away if I win.
Oh, there you go.
Jerry.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and jump right into the first mistake, and that's going to be not having a plan when we get started. So a lot of times we will want to begin this journey of learning sign language, and we just get so excited that we jump into it without a plan. And I'm trying to remember who the quote is from, but there's a quote that says that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And I think this is a quote that many of us have probably heard before, but it is really, really true. So if we don't come up with a plan for ourselves, and it doesn't have to be extensive, it doesn't have to be complicated, but it could just be simple. Maybe we just set up a time goal. I want to practice learning sign language maybe 10 minutes a day, maybe something that's achievable. We don't want to set something unrealistic, something like I'm going to study 2 hours every day and I'm going to learn 20 signs a day. That can be really overwhelming, and it might set us off or might get to the point where we want to quit right away. So come up with a plan and come up with an achievable plan. That long-term goal is, I want to become fluent in this language that I'm learning, but set some smaller goals too. I want to learn 100 signs by the end of the month, or I want to learn maybe 20 signs a week, or maybe it's more time-based, like I mentioned before. I want to learn or spend at least 5 or 10 minutes every day, or I'm going to watch 1 video a day. I'm going to do 1 lesson a week. Just something to establish a timeline and give you some small achievable goals along that kind of fits that long-term goal of I want to become fluent in this language.
Ooh.
Hey, this is really good. Barbara is asking, how do you 2 typically prepare for an assignment? Any pointers for ASL students in interpreting programs? So you're the lead interpreter at our company, so I'll go ahead and throw that one to you.
Okay, so yes, I am the lead interpreter for the company that we work for based out of Central California. And part of my job is to help other interpreters with this kind of thing. So what we typically do is if we're going to say medical. So you get assigned this job and it's a medical job. And let's say, for example, that medical job, you get the details on it. And it's a diabetes checkup. Okay. I've done those thousands of times. So you look at the job and you're like, okay, my client's getting a job. My client's going to the doctor for a diabetes checkup. Okay. Maybe you're not familiar with diabetes. Maybe you're not familiar with some of the signs or what those checkups could look like. What I try to help everybody do is to look up some signs. What is a sign for diabetes? There's 2. So in your area, how would they sign diabetes? The insulin, if they talk about insulin, you would fingerspell it. How they check your blood sugar. So like, okay, you're gonna normally it's that little finger prick. So you're just kind of mentally prepare and kind of plan out that assignment and be like, okay, this is what's going to happen. I'm not familiar with it. Let me do a little research on my own to kind of get familiar with the process, the topics. What could they kind of think? What are they going to discuss? So you're not like thrown off guard, like, what did he just say? I can't even think of it. It's like H1C. I think it's H1C or something like that. H1C. And what that means. See, I can't even remember what it means off the top of my head. Oh, well, it's like the blood. Anyways, so when you're doing a little research, just kind of mentally plan and prepare that on your own time. Now, if you're a see, that's me. I'm a medical interpreter. If you're an educational interpreter, it's a little different. So now your role is completely different than who you would be in the medical field. So you have a lot more control of your environment. So you would plan with the teachers. What I like to do, A1C, thank you. Thank you. Right there. Yeah, A1C, thank you. Oh my God.
She's got your back too.
So what a lot of the times our educational interpreters will do is they will meet with the teacher ahead of time. Can I get a lesson plan? Something that, what are we going to talk about this week? And they work like this with the teacher. They're like, you become like BFFs with the teacher with. And so you guys can kind of discuss the lesson plan. Okay, how are you going to teach this? And you're going to prepare. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to interpret this. This is how I'm going to break it down, and things like that. So you just kind of want to, with your education, you're going to want to work really close with that teacher and the IEP team, getting as much information as you can from them, from the teacher, their lesson plans, working with the RSP teacher is like really important, and just really being a part of that team. And then medical, doing as much research as you can before your appointment with as much detail as provided to you, so you can kind of be ready and prepared for those. There's been times when I was assigned a job last minute and I couldn't prepare and I walked in blind. I hate walking in blind, but I did. And you just kind of have to go with the flow, and you're like, okay, here we go, and stuff. So it's just, and it's okay, but try your best if you can to prepare ahead of time if you're provided any type of detail for that job. Sorry, I know that was a really long explanation. It's just, that kind of question does take a little bit of time to kind of explain. What's different? So
we're at the 12-minute mark really quick. So we're going to do a quick color sign.
Whoop, here we go. Okay, wait. Give everybody a minute to like process what we're doing.
We're going to start easy, and then as the night progresses, the colors are going to get progressively harder. Okay. So the first color sign, and if you understand it, type it in the comments really quick. And if you're the first one, you'll win free access to the workshop this Friday.
Wait. Give everybody a minute to process so they can like prepare. Okay. Go. There it is.
There it is.
Right there.
So if you know what that color is, go ahead and type it in the comments.
Blow up. Like I give it like just like half a second, because like nothing. Like there's literally nothing.
There's a little bit of delay because of the
boom, and it just like blows up with everybody. Okay, scroll up. It was like so fast.
Okay, so looks like Jane Onawa is the first one that we see on our side. Mm-hmm. Second, third, we have Shayla, Anna, Melissa, JK, Patty, Barbara, Taylor.
You guys are quick.
Joy, you guys
That's
got
great.
It really fast.
So
for Barbara, go ahead.
No.
For Jane, sorry. Go ahead and send me an email when you get a chance at this email address, chris@aslbasics.com. Let me know that you won, and we'll go ahead and give you the Zoom link information and everything. And that workshop is going to be this Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific time, and we'll be talking about how you can improve your receptive skills in ASL. Okay, so let me scroll back up. Was there a question that you wanted to answer really quick?
Okay, well, there was a few, so when everybody was like, got my back with the A1C, because really my brain was like.
Paxton was asking, have we ever watched Switched at Birth? Yes, we have.
Oh, yes, we have.
Recommend it to
my
everybody.
Favorite. I love that show. Here I was. Okay.
This one's pretty easy. Taylor's asking, how do you sign words like behind, around, above, and below? So each one of those tends to have its own sign, but they can also be used with just spatial.
It depends on context.
It does.
I'll tell you.
If you're like falling behind.
Yeah, behind. It's like
or are you following behind?
Or you're following.
Or do you have your classifier set up and you're following behind that person? Like these two hand shapes are representing people. Around, so this is going to be context, so it could be approximately, right? Around, or are we going around? Or are we going
around?
Yeah, around.
Woo, you know.
Or like you can have like a circle going around.
I feel so bad. Like when somebody asks for like how do you sign these things, I feel horrible because when I was a student, I always hated it when my teacher said, it depends on context. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. I'm like, just give me that sign. But it's true. It does. So I don't want to like overwhelm you with it. But yeah, above's pretty easy. It's like above, and below. So
yeah, like, and again, like you could do things like with classifiers, a plane is flying above me, and you know that's what the really great thing about classifiers is. A lot of times you can just kind of act things out with your hands by setting up those classifiers. You know, the car drove past me. You don't have to sign, you know, the car drove, you know, past me. You can just visually represent that with your classifiers. Plane flew over me. A car drove past me.
Okay. What is the difference between breakfast and a not so nice sign? I know what you're talking about. So breakfast is a B, and it just brushes off of your chin. Yeah. It just brushes off. That's it. So
another sign for breakfast too is morning food.
I've seen that, morning food.
But yeah, the other sign that you're talking about is there's one more too that goes out.
Yeah, there's one
which
is
blunt, like really blunt. But if it comes in really fast.
No. If you do that, if you go out from your chin, it means something bad. If you're doing it from your forehead, it means I'm being very direct with you.
True.
It comes in, it means something else.
And
there are small people who watch this, so I don't want to offend. Wait.
Can you recommend any deaf events taking place before April 1st, whether online or in person? I am required to attend a deaf event for my ASL 102 class. Go ahead.
So the company that we work for, we host deaf events live on Facebook every month. So it would be the first Friday of the month. So actually, for us to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It would be March 5th is when we have our deaf events live. If you go to Facebook and you go search up Fox Interpreting, it should, you know, and like you what do you Facebook? You don't subscribe. Follow on Facebook. You can tell I'm like, if you follow them, you'll get like notifications of when our deaf events our live deaf events are. My brain. And then you can join and like do all that. You can type in the chat. It's very interactive. They'll play games. They'll do a raffle. It's fun. So yeah, you can definitely do that. There's like a hair and it's bugging.
Okay, I'm going to answer this question, and then I'm going to go on to the second mistake, and then there'll probably be time to go.
Can you help me go potty?
Yes, go ahead, go.
Go ahead.
No, go. You're a big girl. You can do it.
Can you help me?
Go.
Can you help me, Daddy?
Yes, I'll go help you. Go.
Like a cheap suit.
Can you help me go potty, Daddy?
Okay,
right,
so
just
okay, go. You're going to do it?
Yes, just go.
Daddy?
Okay,
This one,
so
right?
the ordinal numbers.
Yes. Okay.
Can you help me, Mommy?
Anyways, okay, so I'm wondering how you sign first, second, etc. Is it the same sign as the number 1, 2? Okay, so I like your question. Actually, so you have the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know. But to sign first, it twists. First, and it kind of goes up a little bit. First, second, third. Quit glitching on me, internet. Fourth, fifth. So it kind of goes in that order. It twists and like your palm will turn into you and it goes up just enough. First, second, third. And so that's how you would sign those.
All right.
Thanks, Bernie. He's like, we all understand taking care of the kids.
Quarantine is great.
Hi, Daddy.
Hey,
My dad
nice.
made it. Okay.
Let's go ahead and go into.
You're right. I didn't think you'd be signing those words. I
Yeah,
won't.
sorry.
I won't. No. Like I wouldn't. I didn't sign them.
Yeah.
And we didn't Yeah. Oh, there's a good one. Is there an ASL dictionary you recommend?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do we have any back there?
Okay. So here's the problem with loaning books to friends. They never come back. But one of our favorite dictionaries is the Gallaudet dictionary, and it's a little pricey. I think it's around like $40 or so, which is why we haven't bought a second one since we've lost the first one. But if that's what it's great for looking at vocabulary. Another great one is there's a children's dictionary by Gallaudet. And what's really great about that is it's more picture heavy. So a lot of times if you have a picture to associate to the new sign that you're learning, it tends to stick a lot better. So those are going to be the top 2 dictionaries for looking up new vocabulary. If you see a sign and you want to learn what that sign means, that can be really tough. So that's where the hand-shaped dictionary comes into place. So we have links in the description down below for all 3 of those dictionaries. I would probably recommend the children's picture dictionary because it's a little cheaper and it has more pictures. The other ASL dictionary does come with DVDs, so you can see the signs visually, which is really nice. And the hand-shaped dictionary is really nice to have that reverse lookup capability. Okay, really quick. Man, we're at 20 minutes already.
Okay,
let's do the sign first, let's do the color sign first, and then we'll get into the second mistake.
I thought you were gonna say it. Okay, wait, hold on. Give everybody a minute. Okay, we're gonna do the next color. Internet, I swear. It keeps glitching. Okay, here we go. Ready? Right. Here we go. Do it again. One more time. There we go. Okay. And 3, 2. See, I have nothing.
Oh, well, those.
Ooh, that was.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so.
Right there. No,
oh boy.
No. Oh man, you lost it. Hold on.
I got it. Wow. Okay, so it looks like Tylenica. Oh boy.
We're not really good with the names. Sorry.
Tylenica. Bell. You were the first one that popped up on our end. Some very close seconds. We have Shayla and Anna, Cassandra, Patty, Barbara, Jackie, and the list goes on.
It's you guys are like.
You did really great with that, and everybody got in right at the second. So I know it might look differently on your end, but again, that's the first name that popped up on our end. So Tylenica, go ahead and send me an email at this email address and let me know that you won, and I'll go ahead and give you all the corresponding information on how you can join the workshop that we'll be hosting this Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific time about how to improve your receptive skills in ASL. Now scroll back up real quick here.
Oh wait, hold on. Somebody asked.
About.
Where was it?
eBay. So Barbara was saying eBay is a great place to find some ASL books. So that might be a good resource to do instead of the Amazon.
Is Gallaudet Dictionary available online?
I don't think it's available as an ebook.
I don't know the answer to that question. Oh, okay. Thank God.
Okay, so let's go ahead and.
No, I want to read this one. Hold on. This one's interesting to me. I need to know, why do we use emotional applications in ASL when there is a language, and why do we use the language alphabet when there are vice versa? So when you say the emotional application in ASL, are you referring to the facial expressions when you're like, I can sign mad, and that should be good enough, in that context? I just want to know for sure what you mean by that, because I can get way into that one. I love getting just look at me like that. You see the way you live? It's like, oh God, open that can.
If you want to clarify, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead and type it. Let us know, kind of clarify what you mean by that one. And then is there something you saw?
I was just going to go ahead and, if you want, you can go ahead and go through the comments. The second one I wanted to touch on, the second mistake that can kind of catch us off guard is kind of demanding perfection from ourselves. And this can be a huge detriment. And this is something that I personally fall into. Anytime I learn a new language, I'm really paranoid about making mistakes. One, because I don't want to look stupid, and I don't want to offend anybody. But there's really no way around it. And really remembering that mistakes are going to be your best teacher is going to really help you be a little bit more at ease with making those mistakes. And making mistakes are great stories. And those stories are going to be ones that you tell for years. And this is something that we will do. Like we have stories from like 10, 15 years ago from mistakes that we have made, and they're just great stories, but they're also really good teachers. And that's why we really stress, really focus on making progress over that perfection. And I'll just give you a really quick.
No, keep
going. Oh, yeah.
I'm talking to somebody else.
I see. I know, and I see she's looking up the information for the deaf event.
Yes, I am. Oh, wait, this isn't Zoom.
That's for February.
Yeah, well, they won't come out with it yet. It'll come out like a couple of days before. So it won't come out until next week. And I don't know why I thought I could screen share, but I can't.
You can.
I can?
You can, yeah. Let me see. Screen share's down here.
Oh, snaps. Okay, here you go.
Okay, I'm going to actually throw this over on screen 2.
Okay.
And share that.
So here's the Facebook group. I didn't want to miss yours because I know what it's like, when you take an ASL class and you have things required and it's like a big deal. I didn't want to miss this. So here is the Facebook the Facebook page. So Fox Interpreting, this is what you look up. If you just search it and you'll see their name pop up, just click it. And if you follow them or however that works, and then this is what they'll do. So like we had one in February. So the February Fox Deaf event. And then you can kind of keep up to date. Like if you follow them, they'll ping, and they'll post stuff out there. And then what we can also do is next Wednesday when we go live, if I have the invitation, if they have it already set up and ready, we can go ahead and drop a link to that here. So that way it's open, for everybody who wants to go and get access to it. Or if you want specifically, go ahead and email Chris at his email address. So that way I have your information. And then when it comes, like I get the invitation and stuff, when I get all that stuff going, I can just email you that invitation for that deaf event for us. So it's totally up to you on which one you would like to do. Just let me know. My apologies.
It's fine.
I didn't want to miss it.
So anyways, just as far as going back to the perfection thing too, is sometimes it's not just about making mistakes, but it's also about worrying too much about maybe the proper word. Now I can't talk. Worrying about the proper word order, or the grammar, or the syntax, or the facial expressions. And so sometimes we get so overwhelmed with ourselves, or maybe we're trying to think of a sentence and we have 80 or 90% of what we want to say, but we can't remember how to sign this one specific word that we really want to include in our sentence. And that just totally throws us off, right? If I can't say or sign 100% of what I want, I'm just going to not say anything. And that's kind of the detriment that I would get into, because I would always demand perfection for myself. So we don't want you to fall into that trap to where you become so overwhelmed or you demand so much perfection from yourself that you end up not having any conversation at all. Or maybe you just withhold, and that can really hinder our progress to a high degree. So progress over perfection. That's how I did it wrong. So progress over perfection.
Progress over perfection.
It's hard to do when it's mirrored.
I know.
Okay. So anyways.
Hold on. I'm trying to
We're at 30 minutes.
Man. Okay.
Yeah,
wait. Hold on. Something happened here. I'm discombobulated. Here we go. Okay.
Okay. So third color for tonight.
The next color. Ready? Okay. Go ahead.
That's a good question I'm going to get to. Here's the color.
I've been in sign language a long time, and every time I see someone do that, my first thought is, "What's up, bro? Hang 10."
Not that.
But it's not that. That's not the sign. Oh, I can do that real quick. Right here.
Wrestling.
Boink. Wrestling. So your fingers interlace and they go back and forth. It's like people wrestling. Okay, you can take that down now. Whoa, it's fast.
Hey, your dad answered. Okay.
Wait, take that down.
There we go.
Okay, Shayla.
There it is. All right, Shayla. Looks like you were the first one to get yellow for tonight, and so go ahead and send me an email at chris@ASLBasics and let me know that you won, and we'll give you all the information for how you can join the workshop this Friday at 5 p.m. about how to improve your receptive skills in ASL. Faster.
Well, it's just funny because you're going to repeat it like so many more times.
Well, the tricky part about this too is that not everybody will sit from the beginning to the end. A lot of times people will just pop in halfway through and they will have no idea what the giveaway is.
Wait, which one was the one that you wanted to know?
Hey, progress over perfection.
Yeah.
Mistakes help you learn better.
But which one was the one that you were like, that question?
Oh, okay.
It should be one
So
of these.
it was before yellow.
I know. Scroll down. Before yellow. It was past
favorite
all this.
Character,
It was
very
right here.
helpful. Here we go. Does your interpreting agency accept interns? Is this in the San Francisco area?
Wow. So that's a very tough question. We're not in the San Francisco area. We're actually in Central California, near Fresno and Bakersfield. We used to do interns, but at this time, I don't think we are. And that's mainly because of COVID, and our company just did a massive shift in a lot of things. And so some of that stuff got put on hold. So right now we're not, but it might be something that we will do in the future, but I haven't been told if we are yet, but I know a lot of stuff just got put on hold for right now. Talking about dominant hands. Does it matter which hand you use as the dominant? Could it be misinterpreted when mirrored? Doesn't matter.
Mm-mm.
And I'll tell you, you can be left-handed and you're left-handed dominant, or you can be right-hand dominant. Doesn't matter. I'll do both, depending on what I'm doing, just because. And it's just like I'll be right-handed.
Probably not the best answer that we should.
I know it's not the best. But sometimes I don't have a choice. Like if I set something up and I fingerspell over here and I'm describing something, but I set something up over here, and to not lose that spot, I'll fingerspell with this hand. I'm not left-hand dominant to fingerspell, but I will when I'm doing something. So, I mean, it doesn't really, I'm going to get in trouble for this later. I just know it. It doesn't, he's going to take over because I'm like, you're good. And
well,
he's like, well.
And a lot of times we think too hard about it, I guess, just because, there are many deaf individuals that will only be able to sign with one hand, and whether they're right hand, left hand dominant doesn't matter. And a lot of times the brain would just kind of fill in the blanks automatically. And typically when you have signs, usually they mirror each other synchronously. There's very few like asynchronous signs. So the only time that really does matter is when you set something up over here and then you set something up over here. You don't want to like set up my house is over here and the grocery store is over here, and then all of a sudden in the next sentence they're swapped. And so you really want to keep things where they belong. And also, like, parents, there's times when I'm right hand dominant, and years ago I worked for a pest control agency and I injured my right shoulder. So my right arm was useless. So I ended up signing with only my left hand. Her mother-in-law lost use of her right arm, and she's right arm dominant, and she can only sign with her left hand. There's a deaf man that lost his arm up to his shoulder, signs one-handed. So really, there's left-handed people, and so left or right doesn't really matter too much, but just figure out your dominant hand and go from there.
Okay, really quick. So Shayla can't make it, so we're going to give it to the next person. So the next person down is right here, and Choi. So congratulations, Choi. So please feel free to drop Chris an email. And let me put that back up because there it is. So Chris at ASL Basics for the workshop. So congratulations. I know you guys are like so fast. It's crazy. Just like at the same time. Okay, hold on. And I think I saw something. Wait.
Monterey Park.
Cool.
Greetings.
Okay, wait a minute. Where is it? I thought I saw something. Sorry, keep talking. Go down to your next one.
Okay, so my next one is, let's see here. I do want to cover a few points. So somebody was recommending or was asking about the book, the Everything Sign Language book. And this is one that's on Amazon. And so they're asking about it. I hadn't personally read it. And so I recently read it. And it's actually, the cover looks kind of goofy, which is kind of why I passed on it originally. But I went ahead and read through it. And it's actually a really great book. And so one of the things where I was talking about try to focus on progress over perfection, and she made the same point as far as, don't be afraid of making errors. And so her suggestion was just have a good giggle, move on, and learn from your errors. So I just wanted to share that quote because I thought it's really simple. Just when we make a mistake, laugh it off and just keep on going, and that will really help us kind of keep that momentum going forward. Another thing that she said is whatever you do, don't get discouraged. With a little determination, a positive attitude, and a dab of courage, you'll be signing with confidence in no time. And so that's another quote that I kind of wanted to touch on too. And my perspective on that was like, try not to overwhelm yourself in the beginning, because it's really easy to focus on what we don't know than how much we have learned so far. A lot of times we just focus on our deficiencies. I can't have a conversation yet. I can't do this. I don't know that sign. And then we get into the process of like, oh, I need to learn all these emotion signs. I need to learn all of these athletic signs. I need to learn all these medical signs. I need to learn all of these other signs. And it can be really overwhelming when we try to tackle everything at once. And so our recommendation is to really focus on what you want to communicate. And we talk about high frequency language too. What is it that you personally want to talk about or tend to talk about most? And just focus on that. Are you trying to talk to a customer coming to your store? Well, you might want to learn signs that will help you communicate with that person. I know I'm stealing your example.
I'm like,
or are you
my words?
Or are you a teacher trying to communicate with your deaf student? That's going to be a different set of signs. And so instead of trying to learn everything, learn what is most important for you in order to communicate with the people that you want to connect with.
Okay, hold on. I got a slew of questions.
Okay.
So right here. Wait.
How do you sign month? That's
I know. Hold on. How do you sign last week? So that's directional. So it'll be week past. So last week.
Yeah.
Last week. Okay, wait. Hold on. And how do you sign month? Month.
Slides right down.
Month. And
monthly, by the way. Monthly.
This one. Is there a special sign for homeschool, or is it just home and school signed together? It is home and school signed together. Homeschool. Or you can do, I've seen independent studies. So yeah.
Although those are technically two different things.
Excuse me.
Yeah, congrats, Troy.
Wait, wrong. Hold on. Wait.
Comments are moving on us.
There we go.
Thank you. I'll focus on my strengths, which rushing is not part of.
This one. So how do you sign minute and hour? So minute. Okay, let me see here. Hold on. I gotta take this down, otherwise you can't see my hands. So minute. It goes boink. Minute. Hour. So this is the face of the clock. And the hand goes around once for hour.
Another variation to that, it's not as common,
true.
But some people will just like wrap their entire wrist around.
Lord.
I think the reason why that's not as common anymore is because it's kind of hard on the wrist. So usually it's 1 hour.
I don't like doing this because but usually it's hour. And same. Wait. Same with minute. You'll see it with like the clock face. Minute. 2. Sorry, I thought that's what you were gonna go with that, and then you did the whole round thing. Like,
sorry. How do you sign meaning? Meaning?
Oh, like mean? Like what does
you
it
mean?
Mean?
What?
Yeah.
Mean?
Wait. How do you check the local signs for something? Oh. Yes, I saw yours and then I lost it, but yes. So how do you check what the local sign is for something? Like you mentioned, you need to know what it is for diabetes. So a lot of times that's hard until you're just out there in the community. For me, I moved, we are from Central California, Palm Springs. It's hot. And we moved to Central California. It's still hot. But they sign things differently there. So in Southern California, we sign pizza. Okay, pizza. That's what we sign. I've been signing it for like decades. You know, I've been signing it forever. Pizza. But here,
almost everybody will sign it like that too.
Yeah, like, pizza. But here in Central California, they sign pizza. I don't like this sign. But I didn't know the sign existed. I don't like it because it hurts my wrist. But I didn't know that sign existed. And the only way you'll know is if you're out there in your community. So as a medical interpreter, if you're new to the area or you're new to the profession, the only way you're going to know is by being out there. And you might sign, I'm going to do it this way. You might sign diabetes, but an older deaf person might look at you and go, what? And you're like, you know, diabetes. And they're like, oh, you mean diabetes. That's how you'll learn in your area. So it just kind of depends on who, you being out there in your community, engaging with the deaf in your community. And sometimes that can be hard, especially during COVID. So yeah.
That's cool. I don't think I've seen this one yet. Ashley from Signed with Heart just did a YouTube video 2 weeks ago showing a girl working at Retzel's Pretzels how to sign to her customers. So that's one of the things that a lot of people will ask us.
Retzel's Pretzels in like a long time.
But yeah, like how do you sign to a customer? So Ashley, she's a deaf woman that has been teaching ASL online for years, and she's a great resource. We recommend all of our students to check her out. So if you're watching us here, go check her channel out, Signed with Heart. And this one right here. Cheryl is asking, how do I tell someone it's a break between fingerspelled words? So
oh, got it. Okay, that's a good one. I thought you meant how do you break between? Whatever. We're gonna move past that. So when you're fingerspelling, what you'll see, like I'm gonna fingerspell progress. There's like a pause. Some people drop their wrist or they slightly move over, like a space. Over. So progress, over. So there's this little gap. You'll move your hand, and that's your signifying signal. You're showing that there's a gap there. My brain is like, not today, not today. 40.
Sounded like a.
But yeah, that's kind of what you would do right there.
Really quick about time signs. Bernard was saying Chris does have a YouTube video on time from seconds to years. Sure do. It's 25 basic signs about time.
Click this one.
This is a really good one too.
How do you sign half, as in 1.5 or hour and a half? Okay,
half hour has its own sign, right? What? So you can do 1 hour and a half. The fraction half, it's done a few different ways. Some will start with the palm out and then twist in for half. If you're interpreting or if you're talking about math and you're really talking about like the fractions, numerator, denominator, 1/2 or 1/2. And
I hate math.
So this is a cool one I just recently learned. So I was interpreting for was it middle school algebra, and they're talking about improper fractions. And so a really great resource that we recommend is Deaf Tech, and they have a STEM dictionary, lab sciences and math. And so for improper fraction, you have the fraction bar here, big number, little number, improper fraction. And I thought that's a really cool one because like a lot of people will tend to do improper, like not proper fraction.
Guilty.
So yeah, you can do fraction, 1/2, and then just for fun, improper fraction.
Guilty.
I do plan on doing a math video because I think that would be really helpful. Okay, so let me go ahead and let's go down to the fourth mistake that a lot of us will tend to make is holding back from having real.
Hold on. Sorry.
Oh.
It's at that time, and it needs to be at that time.
Okay.
It's time for the next.
We'll do the fourth color word, and then I'll get to my fourth point.
But there's another question that I like. Okay, go ahead.
All right. And then we'll get to the question.
Okay, fine.
Okay. Fourth color word really quick is this. Type it in the comments if you understand what color this is.
Okay, wait. Ha! Found you before you left.
Okay, so while we wait for the color signs.
Good morning, Chris and Johnny. Good morning. I'm curious where you're from.
Yeah.
Because it's nighttime here.
Maybe India.
Japan, maybe.
Yeah.
Because they're on a different time. Anyways, I wonder how you sign different signs, like sign language signs for a disease, road signs, and sign here,
I see.
please.
Yeah, like a stop sign.
Yeah.
Or
so
sign.
So signs for like diseases. So you
like symptoms, I think, is probably what you're referring to.
Or like there are different diseases like
so signs
COVID.
As in like what is
COVID,
that sign? This is like I am signing, or so sometimes they'll do sign language like I'm signing.
No, I lost it.
You want to bring it back up?
No, it's fine.
Road signs usually it's just like you have like a classifier and like maybe it's a stop sign, or maybe it's a detour sign or something, and you have like it's more wide. So typically you will kind of represent the shape.
We do it differently.
How do you do it?
Well, no, because you did stop sign and I do stop sign.
Yeah. So you can do two-dimensional delineating shapes with your fingertips.
What? Delineating?
Yeah.
His words, they're crazy. Okay, wait, hold
sorry.
on.
Was there a question that you wanted to get to?
No, I saw that one and I liked it. Okay. And
this, really quick, Jerry Williams. Question: if I was talking to a friend and discussing about other people that are not present, how many people can I place at one time, or those it matter? So usually 3 is a comfortable thing. Like you set up,
here.
Jeff, George, and Sally. But you can do up to 9. It's really tough the more people you have, the more precise you have to place them.
That's true.
So usually like 3 is pretty comfortable. You have left, center, and right. But yeah, you can go up to 9. But gosh, like when would you do that?
Okay, so really quick for this sign, the first person who got it already won. Okay. But that first person was Choi. The second person
Barbara also won, didn't she?
No, she was the one who was asking about the interpreter program stuff. So, but
sorry,
Barbara, I know, you like spoil sport. Barbara won the second. So Barbara, you won. Why can't I
free
say
access to the workshop this Friday.
Yes. Okay.
At 5 p.m. Pacific time, will be held on Zoom, and
it
will be about how to improve your receptive skills in ASL. So just send me an email at that email address and let me know that you won, and I'll go ahead and give you all the corresponding information for that. You're like one of those like salesmen where you're like.
Okay, hold on, wait.
All right.
Okay, wait. I'm getting like 1,000 things down here. Wait.
Oh, she did win last time. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, wait, hold on. Now I gotta go back up to the top.
We're gonna reset, and the third person was Patty.
So Patty, have you won? See, I can't keep track of everybody.
I know. So go ahead and
I have
let
it
us
in
know.
an email, but I don't have it on here.
If you won already, we can move to the next person.
So, yeah.
And if you haven't won yet, then same thing. Send me an email. Let me know that you won. Okay,
not that one.
Do I have time to do this fourth one that I wanted to do?
No, you don't.
Oh, come on.
Well, hold on. I still want to get to some of these.
Okay. Yeah, we're getting to the wire. We're down to 12 minutes. We have another color sign.
Wait.
Good memory, Chris.
Give it to another. Okay, wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. So.
Oh, here we go.
No, they're already a person. So they're green. They already have access.
Okay.
So.
Shayla, I think, has won already.
Shayla, have you won for this workshop coming up? Because you would be our next person. And if not, then it goes to this person and then this person. And Dad, you're like on this list too. So Shayla, let me know. Did you already win for this one? Oh no, you're good, don't worry. Wait a minute. Okay, so Shayla already did. Okay, hold on. Who's next? Melissa, have you won already for this workshop?
I want to say she's won in a previous week.
I don't remember. Okay, Melissa, let me know. Otherwise, it's going down. Like, I'm like, here's like 2 more people, and then bam, there's my dad.
Okay. So while we're waiting, I'm just gonna really quickly go over that 4th mistake that a lot of us tend to fall into, like not bringing water.
That's empty.
Oh. Sad. Okay.
Oh. Okay, wait, hold on. Melissa already won. Okay, hold on. I love how everybody's so honest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anna.
Have you? I don't want to say. I don't think you have.
I don't think so either.
Have you won, Anna?
I could be wrong.
Let me know.
Embracing my mistakes. Okay, so really quick.
Better be quick, man.
Number 4 is not having conversation. So a lot of times we will tend to learn just vocabulary out of context. And so this can really happen really easily because maybe we're just coming up with lists and we're just jotting down word after word out of word. And we're not learning sentences, or we're not learning how to have a real conversation. So we might have a database or a big old lexicon of words to work from. But then we get into a conversation, and whether it's nerves or whether it's just, I don't know how to sign it in this how do I do the word order, or how do I do it in this context? A lot of times we end up kind of crashing, or maybe just shutting down because like I don't know how to have a conversation. So if you want to become more skilled in having conversations, you have to have more conversations. And so try to reach out, and there are lots of ASL groups. We have one on Facebook if you'd like to join it. It's just ASL Basics with Chris. And also we host free practice sessions on Zoom every Wednesday. So if that's something that you'd like to try out, feel free. I think there's a link in the description down below. If not, email me. Or you can go to the website aslbasics.com, and right at the top there's group practice sessions. So those are things that's something we host every week. So
my dad,
have more conversations.
My dad's like, please don't pick me. Give it to someone else. Okay, hold on, wait.
Anyone seen my guesses? JK, yeah, we do see your guesses on the colors.
Hold on, somebody, here we go. How do you sign words like but, and, or? I'll do it. So I picked this one because the only one that well, that's not true. So, and, I'm just going to show you. And.
You didn't learn it from us.
No, these ones we do use. It's the is, was, the, were, those ones we don't use. But, and, I'll use and sometimes.
Differing opinion.
But, we all use but. But.
Well, and like when we were first learning sign language, like we asked, like, hey, how do you sign and they would refuse.
They're like, I'm not telling you.
And so we didn't learn to sign for and until like 5 or 6 years later.
Because they're like, no.
Until we like moved to an area where they use that sign all the time.
And they're like, oh, and.
Nice to know.
And.
But yeah, here's a sign for and, but try not to get in the habit of using it.
And, but, or. O-R.
Or. This is usually which.
Or. Like which one?
Or
like this one or this one. Mm-hmm. Okay, wait. Hold on.
I'll email you ASAP, Anna says. Okay. Do deaf people tend to be more physical? My deaf friend likes to whack me when she thinks I said something funny. Yeah, they do tend to be more physical, especially like when they're trying to get your attention, because you have to.
Yeah. Before I joined sign language, I was not a touchy-feely person. I'm like, don't touch me. You have no reason to touch me. I still kind of am like that, but I've gotten used to it because of deaf culture. But I was like, line, don't cross. I had a deaf friend. He would come up behind me on purpose, and he would do this. I couldn't see him.
Oh, yeah.
And he just, I'm going to do it to him. He would come up behind me and do this.
That's creepy.
My soul left my body every time he did it, especially because when we were new, and I was like, ooh, who is it? After a while, I knew it was him, and I would feel it, and I'm like, hey. He would be like, that was funny. But yeah, they tend to be more like, you'll be talking to da-da-da, bam, and like, it's just deaf culture. But yeah, okay. Sorry, wait.
Okay, really quick. ASL student 718 is asking, can you do but again and show the difference between different? So but and different.
are the
They
exact
are
same
pretty
sign,
much the same sign, and
but
usually the
different.
context.
Different is usually a little bigger.
Yeah.
Different. So.
Like I've seen but as small as this.
Like but.
That,
Yeah,
that
I've
came out
done.
wrong.
But different. Camera. Different is usually a little bigger.
Yeah.
Would be bigger.
Melissa says I punch him.
Right? He was sweet. He was like old enough to be my grandfather. He was hilarious.
Have you ever worked with deaf-blind persons? Talk about touchy. Yes. And in that case, like it's not creepy at all because that's what they did.
And it's a little different.
And it is
how
a little
it's
different,
worked.
Like, you know.
Oh man. Wait, what am I doing?
Say I'm the blind person.
Oh yeah, and
signing.
So if I was signing specifically. See, it'd be a little different, and I have worked with people like that in the past.
Yeah. Let's see here. So really quick, let's do the color signs. So the fifth color sign.
Wait.
This is a little more difficult.
So yeah, it is. So just kind of.
So it's not like a primary color.
No, it's not.
So English initialized sign is a hint.
Which means it's done with the letter. If you didn't know what that meant.
So
Ready?
First letter of the. Well, that probably gave it away right there. Okay, so if you understood that color, let us know. And while that's cooking, really quick, my fifth mistake is not.
Yes, you can, Shayla. It's fine. She's like, can I guess if I already won?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Boom, there it is. Already won. All right, I can tell. Okay, ready?
Ooh, that was a good guess. Somebody guessed teal.
Oh, that is a really good one. Finish has access.
And while you're finding that person, just really quick for dark and light colors. So like if you wanted to do like light blue, this would be light. And then the other one is dark. So this would be like it's dark outside, but for colors, it's more saturated. It's heavy.
Yeah.
And so it would be like dark brown or
even
dark
teal.
red.
That's why I pulled up teal, because teal would be that lighter color of green. Greenish blue.
And so for like really specific colors, you would end up finger spelling like teal, or aqua, or just like really specific ones. But yeah, 10. Love, joy, faith.
Actually, you were not my first one. My first ones who did it are the ones who have already won, like tonight. I was like, boop. I'm like, you guys, I see you. So yeah, so love, joy, faith. Go to the banner.
Really quick, how do you sign about, like a show, about? So love, joy, what was it? Love,
faith.
joy, faith?
Love, joy, faith.
Go ahead and send me an email at that email address. Let me know that you won, and I'll go ahead and give you all the information on how to join our workshop that we are holding this Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, and it's going to be about how you can improve your receptive skills in ASL. Okay, so before we take any more comments, I'm going to sputter off my fifth mistake really quick, and it's not finding enjoyment in the process. So a lot of times we are really excited about learning something new, but the trap that we sometimes fall into is that we don't interject any novelty throughout the process. Maybe it's just we're watching videos on YouTube, and after a while that might get old, or maybe we're just learning on Instagram, and after a while that gets old. And so we never want to find ourselves getting stuck in a rut or doing anything to where it's a drag. If we don't find enjoyment in the process, human nature is that we're going to just stop, right? And just think about all the things that we set goals for ourselves. And if we don't enjoy the process, 9 times out of 10, we're going to quit. And so when we're learning sign language, it's really imperative that we find an enjoyable way to make that process work for us. And so whether it's videos, whether it's going into groups, or maybe it's going onto Zoom, reaching out, and maybe even roping your friends or family into learning with you, that can really, really help keep you motivated in the long run, because learning a new language is a long process, and if we lose enjoyment in the process, we're probably going to quit.
My dad, signing all these years and you got me on 10. Really quick, hold on. Whoops. Yeah. Who dared dislike this video? It happens. Don't worry, it happens. It's fine.
Like,
we're not everybody's cup of tea.
Find a video that doesn't have a dislike.
Yeah, we're not everybody's cup of tea. Almost to 50 likes. Oh snap! I can't see it.
Yeah.
Why can't
Cassandra
I
was
see
saying
it?
what?
I can't see like who liked and dislikes and all that.
That's
I can't see them on my side.
I closed it out to make this run a little smoother. Let me go ahead and we'll throw it up over here.
And I'm like, I have no idea how many likes we've had because this one doesn't show it to me.
If we do get to 50, we'll go ahead and give away our Skillshare class again.
Okay.
Let's see here. There's that. Hey, we're live. Woo.
Woo. Oh, there's
looks like we are at 47.
Oh, wow, we are
really
close.
If we get to 50, we'll go ahead and give away our most recent Skillshare class to somebody in the comments at random. And somebody was asking, could I list those 5 mistakes in the description? And tomorrow, I'm going to go and rewatch this entire live stream, and I'll add timestamps to it. And so I'll go ahead and add those in the timestamps.
That's right, Jerry.
So really quick, those 5 were not having a plan, waiting for perfection, and trying to learn everything at once, not having real conversations, and then not finding enjoyment in the process. Mm-hmm. So those were the 5th. Hey, wow, that pushed it over
there. It is.
Okay, so 51. So let's go ahead and pick somebody really quick at random in the comments.
Hold on, here we go. And this is for what are we doing? Oh, Skillshare. Okay, hold on. Here it goes.
And while we are waiting for the winner, the Skillshare class is basically a really condensed class that goes over the ASL alphabet and fingerspelling. And so if you're brand new, that's a really great place to kind of launch forward. And fingerspelling can be tricky because there's lots of variations and there's lots of regionalizations for like the different letters. And also there's it can be hard to kind of dial in fingerspelling. And so we go over some like really practical tips to help you make that progress a lot easier. If you don't win the Skillshare class, I did leave a link in the description down below where you can get a free 2-week trial to Skillshare, which aren't all that readily available. So we're really excited to be able to provide that. And the great thing about Skillshare is like you have access to over 10,000 different classes. And so if you want to learn something other than sign language, you can learn just about anything like video editing or photography or painting. Like there's classes on just about anything. Okay. Looks like we got our winner. So we're just going to go ahead and type it in the comments. And
so I'll put it in the chat who it is, and then I can put up. So, bam.
JK.
Should
we say just kidding?
And then I also did something without Chris knowing, and I did it a couple of times. So we actually have 3 winners for this one.
Cool.
He's like, wait, you did what? Yeah, I did. Ha ha! I did it 3 times, so we randomized it 3. Boom. And where'd you go?
Right there.
Elizabeth Hernandez.
Go ahead and go down there, and I'll type the 3rd.
Okay. Oh.
Take the mouse for me.
Sorry. I'm working on it.
Get me.
Oh, JK says to pick someone else. Okay. Hold on.
All right. Well, we picked 3, so let's go ahead.
Hold on. JK said pick someone else.
Okay.
So, because he doesn't want that one. So, okay, hold on. Let me go. Where's it at? There we go. Okay. Go ahead and type it in the chat.
There you go.
There it is.
ASL student 718. If you are here, let us know, and go ahead for all 3 of you. Just go ahead and send me an email. Let me know that you won. And I'll go ahead and send you a link that will give you our class for free without having to sign up for a Skillshare membership. And again, if you wanted to try out the 2-week trial code that we have, it'll give you 14 days free access to all of the classes that they have on the platform.
Okay, so I'm going to put this back up really fast.
Elizabeth is really excited. It's rare when I witness something. I'm here.
So we have ASL student 718. We have Elizabeth. What? Yay! And then also Mary. Mary, are you still here by chance? So go ahead and send Chris an email. right here, letting him know that you won the giveaway for the Skillshare. All right, there we go. And oh man, we have hit that 1 hour.
Yeah, 1 hour and 4 minutes.
All right, guys, we all know what that means. Okay, so it was good being with you guys all tonight. So yes, this Friday at 5 p.m. we will be doing the workshop. All of you who are VIPs, if you're a part of any of our other programs, you already have access to that. For everybody who has won up until this point for this month for the giveaway, Chris has already emailed it off. For those who won tonight, he will be emailing those off tomorrow. And then I can't remember what I was going to say. Oh, no. And then so next week, Wednesday, we'll have the group practice session on Zoom at 5. And then at 5:45, we go live. And at the 5:45 mark, I will, if it's still needed, I'll post for the Facebook Live Deaf event that my company does. Okay. I am 10 kinds of excited for Friday. I am too.
Oh, and actually, really quick before we're finished, I did mention the book, the Everything Sign Language book, ASL Made Easy by Irene Duke. And so that's actually, I was pleasantly surprised. It's really a great informational book. If you want to check it out, it's actually free if you have Kindle Unlimited. So I left a link for Kindle Unlimited if you want to try it out, and also the link to that book. Some people are getting confused. They're saying tomorrow night. It's Friday. Well, it depends on what time zone you're in. Good morning. If you're in India, Japan, that's true. I'm so sorry. Tomorrow. That's true. I'm sorry. So actually, really? if it's Thursday morning where you're at, it will actually take place Saturday morning. So be sure to check the time zone. So it's 5 p.m. Pacific time. So it'll be 6 p.m. What is it, Mountain, and then it's Central. So it'll be 7 o'clock Central, and then 8 o'clock Eastern. And then past that, you have to maybe look it up. I think like if you're in India, I think it's like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. But don't quote me on that. Yeah. Okay, you guys. So anyways. We'll see you guys next week, or we'll see some of you on Friday. Have a good night. Bye, guys.